You're listening to Love Without Lies, real talk about love, sex, and the truth most people are afraid to say out loud. Let's go. Last week I talked about women and how resentment shuts down their sexual desire. And today I want to flip it and talk about men, because resentment affects you too. And I'll be real with you. I used to believe that men were always in the mood, that no matter what was happening emotionally, that men still wanted sex. But after working with so many men, I know that is so far from the truth. And resentment, it eats away at a man's desire, his attraction, and his confidence. And if it goes unchecked, it can completely destroy intimacy. So today, I want to share with you 3 ways to overcome sexual resentment towards your wife. So here's how resentment usually happens for men. You reach for her, she turns away, you bring up sex, she's too tired, and after enough of those moments, you stop asking out loud, but inside you're pissed. And the truth is, most people in relationships, we all hit that at some point. Resentment is sneaky. It doesn't just make you frustrated with her, it rewires the way you see her. You stop noticing her heart, you stop noticing the little things she does right, and all you see is what's missing. It kills your desire because no one feels turned on when they're stewing in bitterness. So here's the first shift. You've got to notice the story you're telling yourself when you're feeling resentful. Usually it's something like, she doesn't want me, or I'll never be good enough. But those stories aren't facts. They're your brain protecting you from more rejection. And if you can pause and catch the story in real time, it loses so much of its power. And then comes the second piece, which is curiosity. What we tend to do is react to behavior, like the eye roll, the tone of voice, the not tonight, I'm too tired. But behavior is just the cover. Underneath it, there's always something deeper. Maybe she's stressed. Maybe she feels alone. Maybe she's carrying some of her own shame. And if you can train yourself to ask, what might really be going on for her right now? Instead of taking it personally, resentment doesn't take over. And this flows right into the third piece, which is perspective. Resentment narrows your lens until all you see is the stuff that frustrates you. Attraction isn't something that just magically shows up. It's something you can choose and cultivate. Because our brains literally build pathways around what we pay attention to. So if you keep focusing on how you're disappointed, you're just building a stronger pathway. But if you start intentionally noticing what you still love about her, what drew you to her in the first place, the time she actually does show she cares, you can start to retrain your brain to create new pathways to feel attraction again. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything and anything's fine. It means making a conscious choice to say, I want this relationship and I'm willing to see her differently. That choice right there, that choice alone shifts the energy. Because once you stop feeding resentment and you start choosing attraction, curiosity, and empathy, the whole dynamic changes. So I'll leave you with this. Resentment is normal. Every couple feels it at some point. But whether it eats your relationship alive or becomes a turning point really comes down to what you choose to focus on. You can keep replaying the story of rejection and disappointment, or you can pause and ask yourself, what's really going on here? What do I actually want to feel toward my partner? And what's my part in this? Because attraction isn't just something that magically happens. It's something you can practice. It's like going to the gym for your brain. The more you train your brain to notice what you love, the less resentment you hold on to. And change doesn't always have to start with both of you at once. So often it begins with one person deciding to see things differently and show up in a new way. That's how the energy starts to shift. If this conversation about resentment is hitting home, here's something new I just put together. I'm creating a wait list for a live couples workshop I'm planning. And it's going to be a virtual experience you can join from home, where I'll guide you and your partner through practices and perspectives you'd wished you'd learned years ago. If you're interested, the link is in my show notes. Hop on the wait list, and you'll be the first to know when spots open. And as always, I still work one-on-one with men, so if that is of interest to you, the link is also in my bio. If this stirred something in you, share it, re-listen, let it land. And if you're ready to go deeper, you'll find everything at therespectedman.com. Coaching, courses, and now, what would Teresa say, your private AI coach for men. Remember, you don't have to shrink to be loved. You don't have to go numb to stay. Stay open, stay honest, and I'll catch you next time on Love Without Lies.